Hi, Soul Family. This is Mimi with Divination by Mimi. Welcome to your partial solar eclipse new moon in Aquarius on February 15th, 2018. This is a tarot reading with a little bit of astrology, and a lot of events are happening at that week in February, but we're just going to go over a couple of days. The first, of course, is on the 14th, which is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. And on the 15th, we have the partial solar eclipse in Aquarius, which is also a new moon. A partial solar eclipse obviously doesn't have quite the energetic impact that a total solar eclipse has. However, there is still a significant energetic impact, so it's probably not a great day to make major decisions. Maybe don't, kind of like the Mercury retrograde, don't sign any important papers if you can hold off on that. On the 16th, it's the Lunar New Year, and of course that will mark the new Chinese astrological year, and this will be the year of the Earth Dog. So lots of things happening on the first couple of days, that first half of the first part of the second half of February. So astrologically, that's really all that's around that time frame. Aquarius, again, is where the South Node is. And the South Node is the things that we're sort of coming into this incarnation or into this life, this experience collectively, having mastered. And of course, the North Node is where we are collectively going in the future, and that is in Leo, its opposite sign. And basically, a partial lunar eclipse occurs when the Earth partially obscures how do I explain this? They actually put it here quite well. The Earth isn't perfectly aligned, so the moon comes between the sun and the Earth, but it's not a perfect alignment. Therefore, that's why it's a partial solar eclipse. So let's get into the tarot reading. I am going to do a 3-card pull based upon the supernal triangle of your tree of life. If you follow the Kabbalistic tree of life, this would be Keter, Hokmah, and Binah. If you follow the Kemetic tree of life, this would be Amina, Sur, Tehudi, and Sekert. Using the Morgan Greer deck, which is a recoloration of the, well, it's just a brightly colored graphic version of the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And this is for the entire sentient soul family. Put this out of the way. For the new moon in Aquarius with a partial solar eclipse, February 15th, 2018. For our collective soul family, what messages do we need to know for this energetic impact of the partial solar eclipse, new moon, dark moon, in Aquarius, where the South Node, the collective South Node is, February 15th, 2018. Holy Hecate. What guidance? Thank you. Collectively, super conscious is telling us that we're lacking strength at this moment. And the guidance I'm getting is it's the type of strength for long-term commitment, the long haul. It's the endurance strength. So it's something we need to focus on, is endurance strength, sort of digging into the fact that there may be a long haul, a struggle ahead, but that we do have the strength, just use it. Also to take care of our health, to watch our health. So I think temperance is going to be a guide here. The conscious mind is it the Knight of Swords. This would be the Geminian energy on the low octave, which can be a nervous energy. So there could be a nervousness, a mental nervousness and concern around maybe the way things are. For example, if you watch the news, there's a lot of conflicting, bickering back and forth, just very negative stuff going on, sort of shaking our foundations, shaking our sense of trust, shaking our sense of roots, of rooting, of reality, of what we can count on, and that's a concern. And then subconscious is telling us to put down the fighting. Sorry, it's kind of dark there. That might be a little bit better. That's the 5 of Swords, but we got it in reverse. So the strength that we have innately is zapped because we are paying attention to these nervous, frenetic energies. I believe what we're being asked to do is not to go into a hole and hide from the truth or the reality, but I think it's asking us to perhaps disengage from arguments that are kind of fruitless, the kind that you take up where opinions are flaring in all different directions on all different subjects at the speed of light on the internet. Facebook arguments, Instagram arguments, all sorts of social media arguments. There are going to be conflicting opinions. This energy is zapping us at the moment. These are negative energies of communications that are so fast-paced. They're zapping our strength. We need to watch this. It's not only taking up our time spiritually and mentally, but it can zap your strength. It can affect your eyes if you're really glued to your phone till late at night. So, you know, maybe try to remember to turn that off a good half an hour before you're ready to go into the sleep state, where that dream state is very fecund. It's a time where you can heal yourself, where your subconscious can give you messages so that you can move and grow in this life, in the awakened state. And subconscious is telling us to put down our arms, to stop the fighting, stop the negative bickering back and forth that really accomplishes nothing. It's sort of us just running in place on the hamster wheel, keeping us busy and not really focusing on the real issues, which really are about our self-growth, our inward journey, and ultimately after the inward journey, the outward journey. So maybe disconnect from social media a little bit, at least the kind that is agitating, the kind that involves a lot of arguing, pushing of wills, because that is affecting our nervous system, okay, collectively and individually. It's zapping our strength, which will have an impact on our health, okay, and we're being guided to put down our weapons, to I'm not saying listen, just disconnect from the rhetoric. Okay? All right, I hope that helps, soul family. If you have questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. If you're feeling this kind of energy, you know, maybe leave a comment and let people know, hey, this is what I do. You know, when this is getting to me, when I find myself getting pulled into these arguments, this is how I disconnect. What's the trigger that reminds you, bigger picture? Don't get engaged in this. Don't become involved in this. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love it if you did. It's wonderful to have an ongoing conversation about things like this, how we can heal each other, help each other heal and move on and grow together. And so if you have comments, leave them in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love it. If you think it would help someone, share it. Otherwise, I'll see you for the second half of February's astrological readings and then on into next month. If you'd like to book a personal reading, please do at mimimemes@hotmail.com. You'll find that email address in the description box below. My prices are in there as well. Just contact me and I'll email you back. Take care.